What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Panda here. Today we're going to be talking about more artifact stuff because we currently have an AMR event, and if you haven't seen right here in the corner, I'll give you a little bit of a tip. A little bit of a hint as to what the video is about. We are going really hard on this event. We just finished 499 battles, and that's only because we were a couple energy short of the 500th. But we're going to be pulling some stuff. We're going to be leveling up some artifacts. We're going to be possibly discussing some other things. So let's dive right in. And welcome back to the video, guys. Like I said, we're going to be looking at everything there is to know about artifacts and what we've been doing in this grind. We've grinded 3,042 flawless meteorites with 3,400 mithril. We actually had some already stockpiled. This gave us 24,000 points for the Mystery of Artifact event, as well as 18.6k points for the Brave Conquest. We did already actually complete the Brave Conquest without any concerns. We're already up to 22k points. And in terms of the Oracle's Trial Mystery of Artifacts event, we are currently in first place, about 10k above this second person. And I'm not done. I'm going to continue to go. I've got 9,000 gems and I think like over 2,000, yeah, almost 2,700 auto battles. So we are going to definitely be going hard and hard and hard. Oh, let's look at this. Look at this little. Oh, look at that. Hell Hades getting a legendary skill crystal. Congrats, man. I don't know if you watch my content, but still congrats. Let's dive in and let's see what we can get here. So we're going to go ahead and just pull some of these legendaries here, see if we can get anything good. The main portion of this video, realistically, is just going to be leveling up my artifacts because there are a few artifacts that I really need. I'd really like to get 2 more copies of Spirit Siphon. This would allow me to max my Hex's Spirit Siphon, so I would have a max on both Silas and Hex, which would be really good for my guild boss team. Getting a couple extra Wailing Skulls, I need 3 more to maximize the one I have currently on my Zilla2, would also be really game-changing. Those are probably the biggest ones in here that are going to make a big difference. Of course, getting more Bastion rings just to make my tanks tankier in various game modes, including the Immortal Codex and other places would be really good as well. Also picking up, you know, things like more Tear of Twilights, basically all of the really good ones. One of the other ones that is really on my list is going to be Golden Scarab. I only have a single copy of Golden Scarab, and I'd really like to get it maxed out for my Dolores, because I do think that is a really good setup. Also picking up some Realm Tears, specifically for my Valkyra, because in Gear Raid 4, she hits really far, and so getting this maxed up to get that extra damage could be really good as well. So we've got quite a few summons here. We've got 3,000 currency. We'll do one single pull, and then we'll go ahead and go in and little Nightmare Samsara there. Here we go. Let's see what we can get. Hopefully we can get really lucky and get something good here. Hey, look at that. A Realm Tear. This is actually really good. Like I said, I wanted a Realm Tear. That is a good start. And so unfortunately the only mythic we got, but that's okay because it's one of the ones I wanted, right? Let's see what else we can pick up here. Oh, wow. That is a pull. Unfortunately, not the greatest options. Eye of Sin is pretty good. Scarlet Hunt is good, but I'm not using it. Bright Root Ring and Heaven's Rage are kind of the worst mythic artifacts in the game. Goddess's Grace, I think, actually is really good. I do like this because it could be really good for a couple different things. A couple of the newer defender tanks, right? A lot of them have defense as main things. And then Regal Crest, I don't think that's very good personally, but I mean, still 6 mythics, I'll take it. We definitely are not going to complain about that. Okay, we had to pay the tax, right? We had to pay the tax. A Scarlet Hunt is okay, but it's still a mythic. Definitely not the end of the world. We got a couple more pulls here. Come on. Tome of Horror. Unfortunate. This is not the greatest artifact. It definitely has some usage in places such as Gear Raid 1. It can be really good on Mari because she can just trigger her ultimate more and more, which is actually not the, not the worst. We've got 3 more multi-pulls, 3 more 10 pulls here. Come on. Okay, I'll take another Eye of Sin. This is really good. I think that actually maxes out one of my Eye of Sins, so definitely not mad about that. We got 2 more 10 pulls here. Come on, give me 1 Spirit Siphon. There it is. Spirit Siphon, a Lunacy Visor, and a Frigid Flip. Wow, this is a crazy 10 pull. This is really awesome. This gets me to 4th Awaken on my 2nd Spirit Siphon. This will get me to, I think, the 2nd Awaken on my 2nd Lunacy Visor. And then Frigid Flame, I'm not really building, but I think that may max out one of them. I'm not 100% sure, but Spirit Siphon is great. Let me get one more Spirit Siphon and one Wailing Skull. Regal Crest. Okay, well, we had to pay the toll. We've got 5 more here. Nightmare Sorrow. All right, all right. North Storm. Okay, come on. Come on, give it to me. Come on, one more after this. All right, here it is. Spirit Siphon. Darn, Itral's Gaze. Okay, well, hey, listen, I cannot complain. That was actually a very good session. Oh, this actually gets me to 3 of 5. My bad. Okay, still, though, this is still really good. This gets me an additional 1% damage per stack, so 3% total damage. Definitely not mad about that at all, because it's going to get me, you know, some more damage in Guild Boss, and we are pushing really hard to try and make, you know, that progression happen. We also have a Realm Tear that we can upgrade. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. We have a lot of Realm Tears we can upgrade. Let's max this out. This is actually going to be really good. Can we max it out? I don't think we have enough to max it out. But we can definitely go sell some stuff and get a bunch of... Yeah, we have a ton of these things that we can sell here. Sell, 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 sell. As you can tell, we're selling a lot of stuff. If that wasn't obvious. I do like to keep one of everything, as I've said in some of my other videos, just in case. But we're not gonna sell... We're not gonna keep much of these, to be honest. You know, actually, let's go back. Where's that Tumultuous Horn? I think we'll actually keep that. Where was it? Oh, no, I didn't sell them. Okay, perfect. All right, so there's another 2,000 currency there. So let's take this up to 22, and look at that. There we go. We can max it out. Beautiful. All right, so now we get a pretty big increase here. We have deal increased damage to enemies beyond 1 tile from the hero. For every 1 tile beyond the first, damage increased by 8%. So this is really, really good, because if we go to Valkyra and we look at her range, right, she has a 3 range total. And then we go to her A1, which gives her an increased range, right? So this makes it a 4 range. And then during her ultimate, she increases her range again by 1, which means she has a total of 5 range, which means 4 extra tiles, which means this gives her 32% extra damage, which I think is going to be really, really good for Gear Raid 4. It might be, you know, it might be what we need to make that push. So that's really exciting for sure. But as you can see, we have a max Spirit Siphon here. We've got a 3 of 5 Spirit Siphon now, which is really exciting. Let's see. There was something else I wanted to look at. So Cerberus, we do have... Oh, we don't have at max. Okay, so now we can actually max that. That's actually really good. I thought we had this maxed already, but we don't. So we'll need... Well, obviously, we're going to continue to farm, right? This is going to be the next thing that we upgrade. I could have swore my Aatrox had one. Oh, no, I put the Eye of Sin back on him. Okay, all right. So there's definitely some good progress that can be made here. I am really excited to test out the Valkyra with the Max Realm Tear. I think that's going to be really, really interesting. And yeah, I'm excited to see what my Hex can do now as well, because if we go quickly, we'll go to my guild boss and you'll be able to see kind of what we're doing. I already did my attempts for the day, but here we go. If we go and look at this, this is the team comp that we're currently using. I did pick up a Racha, which I think I mentioned in one of my previous videos, so that was a big bonus for us. And so we're using Hex and Silas underneath Aracha. Or actually, no, we're just using Aracha here because we're actually still using the Hex under here because it's led to more damage. If I do get my hands on a Salazar or an Arrogance, we will it's kind of sad to say this, but we will probably actually end up dropping the Infernal comp and going with a Nightmare comp, because I have Torador, I have Valeria, and I have Lust. So I think that may end up being something that we do instead. We may end up making that change, right? Swapping out these 3 people here. It actually would leave us with 4 slots, right? So we could take 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. And we could stick in 1, 2, pretend this is, Lust, and then a 4th one here. And then we're using Volca, which would be a 5th one, right? So we would be able to get the full stack of the Lord skill. Because I think it can go up to 5, or is it only 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's actually only 4. But yeah, either way though, we would still be able to max out the attack speed, which is the important thing. We'd also be able to get that Lust really up there doing some damage. And if we were to say, for example, get a Arrogance, or a Salazar, then we could work on maybe leveling up some Scarlet Hunts. But this is the damage that we're currently putting out. So, we're currently putting out a decent chunk of damage, over 100 million on Silas, only about 88 million on Zilla2. I actually moved my Zilla2's gear over to Silas when I got Aracha, because I found that he was equaling the damage of my Zilla2 almost without the better gear. So by swapping over the gear onto Silas, I was able to get a little bit more damage. And this actually led us to I believe my best ranking, which I think we can see up here, but I believe my best damage is now 42 million. Or sorry, 42k blood. Yeah, 42,017 blood. So definitely not bad. I feel like this is a pretty good number. We only have about 8,000 more to go. And realistically, I think getting the final upgrade, or the final 2 upgrades, I'm sorry, on Spirit Siphon, as well as picking up, I don't know where my Zilla2 is. I don't think she's got gear on at the moment. But yeah, my Zilla2 here, getting these last couple Wailing Skulls, could be really, really good as well. But ultimately, we'll have to see, because we do have Lust. And Lux does have her mythic artifact, which could be really, really good. We do have her max skilled. If we were to pick up Arrogance, that would give her the additional 20% extra damage on all damage dealt to enemies. And all damage dealt to enemies inflicts burning. But the extra 20 damage is like mainly the main thing, right? Because we're just gonna deal a ton of damage with the ultimate. We do have Valeria also completely built up, and she has a maxed flux pendant. So, there is a lot of room for growth here. If we were to pick up an Arrogance or a Salazar, we could take the, Wailing Skull off of Lust and put it onto one of them, and then run a full Nightmare comp with my Torador in the lead, with that Lord skill, right? So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what we end up doing, but I think this was a pretty good session. And like I said, I am not done. I am going hard on this event. We are. I mean, I'm probably going to go for like 80k to 100k points, because that's how much I need artifacts right now. And we do have like this summon event coming up here, which looks kind of interesting. I don't care about these 2. Esme looks cool, but she's going to be getting nerfed with the poison change soon. Comet is exciting, and part of me does want to go for Comet. But I feel like I've done everything that I could need a Comet for, that I don't really know if it makes that big of a difference. And then Edith looks interesting. We'll talk more about this in the summon video. And I would like to get her for the Watcher faction trials. But I don't really think that she's, anything super crazy. I don't, like, she doesn't have anything that's going to, help in Immortal Codex, really, or anything like that. I don't know. We'll have to see. We're going to look into it. We'll see what happens. But ultimately, I think we're probably going to end up skipping this summoning. And so because of that, I'm not super concerned about just blowing my diamonds into gear. Or not gear, but in this case, artifacts. So I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. And, we're going to go all the way in. We're just going to dump all of this energy here. Let's see. 6,000 energy. Sure, that's good enough for now. we'll do this. There we go. And we're going to start running it. There's another 290 runs. We are not done. We are going to keep grinding hard for this because there's definitely a lot of stuff that we can do. I'm actually going to go ahead and pop this. Do I have a different gold I can do? No, we'll go ahead and pop this one. We're going to pop a gold boost too because we're actually going hard in here. My other one just fell off. So, but ultimately, guys, let me know how you guys are doing so far in your Mystery of Artifacts event. Like I said, I'm going as hard as I can. I'm going to go for a big number here, because, you know, getting these 8 summons will be nice. It'll give me a nice little bonus to my stockpile of 46 we have at the moment. You know, and it's going to get me the artifacts that I need. Well, hopefully it's going to at least help me upgrade some artifacts, because I have a ton of artifacts. Like, for example, if we go, and let me find another tank. If we go here and we look, right, I actually have most of them equipped, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 bastion rings, so realistically I could upgrade one of those. I've got a ton of these tuning crystals. You know, I've got a lot of things that I could upgrade, like the Eye of Sins you saw, or Frigid Flames, right, that could be upgraded. Like, let's come in here and we can go. You'll see, look, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Scarlet Hunts, right? I've got a ton of the Frigid Flames. So, you know, there is a lot of, you know, a lot of interesting stuff that we could do leveling up this gear. You know, getting the Frigid Flame up could be very good in some areas. Getting the Eye of Sin could be really good. Even just leveling up the Lunacy Visor, the secondary Lunacy Visor, because we've got, this one is going to make this max, and then we'll have another one that we can put on our Aatrox potentially. Or we'll just end up putting a Eye of Sin on him. I'm not quite sure. We'll have to see what happens. But ultimately, you know, I'm going really hard on this event. Let me know if you guys are too. I highly recommend artifacts. Is one of the biggest things that I think a lot of people just kind of skip out on. I know I've definitely skipped down on it because I'm like, oh, well, gear's more important. And gear is really important. It's very good. But having the artifacts you need to really make the gear shine is also really important as well, because the Spirit Siphon is 30% damage in Guild Boss, right? It's a big deal. It's a big deal for sure. But guys, if you liked the video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Make sure to leave a comment down below with how many points are you going to be aiming for in this AMR event. And don't forget to hit that sub button, because we really are trying to make that push for 5K subscribers, and I'd really appreciate it if you could sub. Send it to your guild, send it to your friends, send it to your family. Tell everyone to sub to me. I really appreciate that, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.